Hello everyone, it's Lori. Today I wanted to make some mixed media praise cards that I could pass out to some coworkers or friends or people that I just meet. So let me tell you what I'll be using. I have these tags. They're from Seven Gypsies, which should tell you that these are kind of old. I got them from, where was that? Tuesday Morning. Very long time ago, but I still have them, so I figured I'd use them. They are 5 1/4 by 6. They're just white craft tags. I'm going to use some of the faith-inspired tissue paper that I made the other day in a video. And then I'm going to use some of my stamp sets that I have, that I also got from Tuesday Morning. This one I believe I got at Hobby Lobby for $1.49. I'm going to use some Distress Oxides. And let's get started. I have a box here that I have some, sorry about the lighting, old coffee filters, and I'll just put them in. I'll pick some colors real quick. And I'll go with some inks for some girly ones. Let me get a little closer so I can at least get some kind of blend. And then I've got, that one was Picked Raspberry. This one is Abandoned Coral. And let's see. Missed them pretty well. I think I'll just slap them together and see what happens. Not a whole lot, that's for sure. Well, I'll take this and put it over in this corner. Now I'll just throw in some water droplets. I know the lighting is probably horrible. Let me dry these. I'll be right back. Okay, I dried those off camera. And now I'm going to go in with peacock feathers and cracked pistachio. And I'll do one of those. Maybe I'll do two because then I can just a little spritz right there. I'll take another card and I'll lay it on top of that one. Mush it down. That way I get more bang for my buck because these are so expensive. I bought them when they were a buy one get one free at Michael's. The packs, well, that didn't turn out great. So let's see what happens when we add a little bit of Mermaid Lagoon. These are not very, they're sucking up all the, but that's okay. And they're quite messy, but that's all right. I'll set those aside real quick. Excuse me. My allergies are like, woo, wicked. Wicked, wicked. And it's been raining and all kinds of crazy. Let's go. Let's make a warmer tone with some mustard seed, carved pumpkin, and maybe a splash of fired brick. I see the shadows and I'm sorry for those. But I don't have a huge setup. Maybe one day. There. And I'll just do a little. Well, I don't like that. That's for sure. But it's just a background. Let's see if I can get some of it to come off. No, it's a background. We'll see what we can do with it. All right, let me move this out of the way. Put the inks back in here. Let me dry these. All right, and let's see. Let me move this back where it can be. So I'll take one of each color to start off with. They're bendy. I have some stamped sayings on tissue paper that I will use as the message. And let me move those out of the way so they don't get messed up. Oops, shadows. I know. Let me see if I can't. Nope. Ow. My goodness gracious. All right, let's see what happens when we add just droplets of some of these. Oof, well, that's a mess. And why not? There. I'm not sure what to put on that one, but maybe green. Where is my cracked pistachio? Light green, probably. We can try and see how that turns out. A little funky, but that's all right. And I'll just take a piece of scratch tissue paper, put it down, and pick up what's left on there. That way it's dry. So let's see, what else do I want to put on here? I'll do some bubble wrap, little black dots maybe, and I'll just take my black paint, put a tiny little dollop. Because I don't need too much, I'll use my finger, spread it out. Grab a paper towel, get my finger off. Because where I'm going to put my sentiment, I'm actually going to knock back with some white paint. That's dark. That's ugh. But that's okay. These are mixed media. And that was a lot of black paint, but it's all right. Wipe that off. What other colors can I use? I've got pink here, so maybe I'll get like a parrot blue. Take like an old gift card or something and make some marks on there. Tiny bit of that on there and just run my card through there, tap it off, and just put some marks on here. Give it something. Maybe I'll do this over here. Nope, that's blue. All right, let me pull you maybe in a little closer. Move this there. All right, paint. And just make it an interesting card, because what I'll do is I'll pass these out. If I see somebody's having a bad day and they just need a word of encouragement, I'll give that. And then I'll give them a card to remind them that they're not alone. There are going to be bad days. And everybody gets through bad days. They do. Take it back out just a little bit. Ooh, got that on my table. Anyway, wipe that off. And I'll just take a little bit of gesso. Gesso doesn't do real good for white splashes. So where is... I'll put some white splashes on here. That always comes out so much. Oh well. Alright, and I'll put them kind of close to each other so that I don't have to go too far with the whole white splashes thing. And just a little bit more water. Ugh, white splashes get everywhere, including on yourself. And there's that. Wipe that off. What else to do? What else to do? Well, let me dry these real quick and I'll be right back. I think what I'll do is I'll add a border to them. And let me grab... I can use this as a border also. I think I'll use that one first. Just slap it on there, make sure it's a little bit straight, or as straight as it's going to be. And I'll add some Stays On ink. And I'll put one border down here. And one over here. And one this way. And one this way. Because it is basically just mixed media. Mixed media is you do what you please, you do what you want, and you do what you like. And that's how I see it. I could be completely wrong, but, you know, it's going to be what you want it to be. So, and how about some white crosses? White crosses will work. Let me close this up, because that white paint just didn't really show up well. Should I go with a different color? Maybe I'll get some red. Why not? I got flag red. And I'll just put a little dab. Spread it out. Make it like a ink pad, but it's a paint pad. And I'll put some up here. Perfect. Put some down here. And I'll go over here. And clean it off. Clean it off. A couple there. All right. And then I'll just wipe it off. Get the paint off. Put it back there. Now, let's see. I will usually put that there. So, let me tear around it. And seeing as how it's not too busy, I may not have to put gesso around down first where I'm going to put this. And it's got a, it's weird, it's got a shiny side too, which is odd, but it's just tissue paper. And I'll put that right there. That'll look good. And I have some Liquitex matte medium that I'm going to use. But I haven't used this in a long time. But why not? Let's just put a little down. Grab an old paintbrush and just spread that thinly because this is tissue paper. I'm going to put this down, put my finger across it, and then try to blend it out. And just keep blending outward so that my tissue paper will disappear, hopefully. I'll just put a little more on my paintbrush. And see, the only thing is when you use distress oxides, they tend to bleed. And I mean, it's a good thing it's just transparent. But I'm sure I have some on there on my brush. Anyway, let's see. We'll grab another one. Get these put down. I try to get as close as I can without ripping my words, because I don't want to have to waste the tissue paper or the ink. Try without ceasing on this one. How about, no, this one, no, on this one. All right, so let me get my brush somewhat dry, put my matte medium down quickly, because I don't want to smear the distress ink behind it. And that one went down better. And there's that one. And let's see. Be still, or there. Trust the Lord with all your heart. And I ripped that paper because the tissue paper will disappear